Welcome, students. We're going to take a look at Essay 4 and stasis theory. In this final essay in this course, we're going to write a 5 to 7. In general, I think it might be helpful to think of it as an argument paper in a more uh, direct terms. That's kind of what this paper is. But we're going to, in as we would in English 1101, we're going to build on the previous essays and what we've worked on in this course and the research material that you've acquired and accrued during this course. And in this final essay, we're going to maybe we can go ahead and take a look back at essay 3 just for a second so we can see how it is similar to that. And how it is different, right? So this one was a rhetorically tailored argument to one of the 5 groups that you wrote about in essay 2. Essay 4, in this case, we're going to change the audience. In essay 3, the audience was one of the groups that was involved in the topic. You wanted to convince them of an opinion or belief you have about the topic, right? In essay 4, you want to compose an argument about the same topic, but you're going to write it or gear this essay towards a different audience, in this case, your classmates. So think about how you want to present the essay. We're going to go ahead and take a look at stasis theory in a minute. Good, right? Well, a lot of this stuff I talk about in the argument lecture, where we talk about, what does your audience need? What does your audience want? Do your classmates need to be convinced that this is a worthwhile or serious issue? Do they need to be convinced to think about it in a particular way? Do you need to convince them about the best solution? So new research will likely include research and anything you found that would be persuasive to the group that you're gearing this towards, which would be your classmates. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and take a look at the stasis theory here in a second. A successful project here in essay 4 will clearly describe the purpose of the project, demonstrate purposeful rhetorical decisions in the organization and presentation style. So that means, we can tell that the argument that you're writing is tailored to the audience that you're writing to, and has a specific goal in mind. And that goal you see in each paragraph. You see you working towards that goal, in this case, persuading your audience of what your argument is. Integrate compelling examples from the research that you've collected and compiled during the semester. Account for the expectations of your audience. What does your audience think? What does your audience maybe believe? Or what kind of information do they want? Your thesis, of course, you want to guide your essay. That's your inquiry into what the audience should is going to be convinced of, and you want to guide us through that in a logical way throughout the essay. It should be 5 to 7 pages. Utilize feedback to revise, and I'll also put up some revision exercises, like some things that you can do to help revise your work. You're welcome to send me your work as well. I'm more than happy to offer feedback. Let's take a look at what stasis theory is. Stasis theory is a pre-writing process which was developed by Aristotle and Hermogoras. And it focuses on four. I was just making sure I said the name right. And it focuses on 4 points, right? And so basically, this is how I would use it in this case. This is a pre-writing exercise. So let's see. We want to focus on the facts, the meaning, the seriousness of the issue, and to propose a plan of action. And I usually find these useful when you're proposing like a certain thing, or it would be useful in an argument as well. Seriousness, the plan. It affects your paper in different ways, knowing this stuff. But I suppose like you might use the facts and the meaning or nature of the issue. Some of that may help determine the course of your introduction. But when you talk about like point 3 here, the seriousness of the issue, I would think that affects the paper in more specifically in the realm of tone and word choice. And then plan of action, this just helps you kind of begin to carve out a thesis for this type of essay. So that's a little bit on essay 4 and stasis theory.